at this stage we finish doing the validation. We finish doing the switching and showing the views according to the current state, and also finish making read-only or enabling the controls according to the current state. So now we will move to the validation. If you need to go through the details of the validation in the previous article, it will be recommended, but because it's a very simple tutorial, it's very clear that the from has a validation. So we have two types of validation: simple validation and complex validation. Let us finish the simple validation. Here in the from, we can add just can't be blank and to can't be blank as well. As you can see, it's very easy validation. A team leader also, and human resource can't be blank as well. So I will do can't be blank and can't be blank here. Also the comments are can't be blank because employee need to mention why he want to do the leave. If we continue and go to the human resource, all these will be read only, so and will be filled already by default, but his comments, the human resource, the team leader, the team leader comments is required on rejection. So we will I will delay this required field because it's considered some complex required, some complex validation. It will be finished when I do the submission, which is the next part. And the human resource also comments are required only on rejection. On approval, it's not required. So now that's all about the simple validation. So I will go and do the submission, and in the submission I will go through the validation. As you know, we can click save or edit, or that are available out of the box in this like save or close, and that, but people like to click on buttons, and we can easily hide this pan later on. So we will just add the submit, the cancel and the submit code, or not the code, the rules. So let us see what we need to do. As you can see here, when we click on approve, for example, let us start by the employee. When we click on submit, let us see what needs to happen. An action should be done. Okay, I will call it, the action is SE. I will try to be, or submit employee, so it doesn't matter, submit employee. Okay, and I will do the following. First of all, I will set, it's all, let's try to make a rule. The first thing I will do, set this action to the following field. The second thing, I will submit the data, which is saving the document back to the form, which is, there is only just one main connection, and I will just select the submit data. The second thing, I will close the form, which makes sense, so that I did the connection. On cancel, I will just do cancel employee. I will just close the form, and that's it. Okay, so that I'm done of this. So the validation on the employee's comment is always required. So let us go to the team leader, and now we will see how the complex validation is implemented. Again, approval, it's just a matter of adding approve team leader, which is simply doing the same pattern. First of all, we will set the field which called action to submit, approve team leader, and then we will submit the data, and then we will close the form simply. On the rejection, it's the same as approval, but the only reject employee, reject a team leader. The only difference between this and the approved team leader is setting the variable to reject team leader. Okay, and I will add then the submit data, and I will add the close for, and that's it. I may have some confirmation view. For example, you're successfully do the action, and for example I can also switch the view here if I want, but for me I am convinced with the cancel. Sorry, I'm convinced with the closing the form, and that's it. So here cancel team leader, and here I will do just the close, and that's it. Okay, but here if the rejection is the action, then there is a validation. So here I will add this validation, which is a comments required validation on rejection. I will add if the action equals to reject team leader and the comments, team leader comments is blank, then there is a problem. Then I need to go, then comments are required on rejection, and that's it. So comments is required as rejection, and we'll do the same for human resource. So human resource, we will do the approve. Let's approve a human resource. Which is simply, as we know, we will set the action to approve a human resource, and we'll do the submit data, and we'll do finally the close form. That's it. Again, for the reject it's the same as approve, but the only difference is the setting the value is on reject human resource. I will add set field, which is action reject the human resource, and I will add submit data, and I will add close form quickly. Finally I will do the cancel, which is the easiest part. Cancel human resource, which is simply closing the form. Okay, so now I will do the save, and I will publish this form. So just wanna test that our buttons is working. I will add new leave as an employee from 10 to 11. We may add some validation here to make everything work as we want. PD test 1, for example, this is my team leader, this is my human resource. What's wrong? APD test 2. And here I will add the reason of my I'm not feeling well. I will do the submit. Okay, this submit will close the text editor here, the rich text editor. I will just click submit. So as you can see, the action is submit by employee and so on. So suppose the workflow next will in the next video will modify the state. Okay, so it will become waiting team leader. So if I am a team leader checking my task or checking my email, I will see welcome team leader, and I do edit item, and then as you can see, I can't modify anything. I will, okay, your leave is approved, for example, and I will also click approve. So it's also approved. So it's approved by team leader, and so on. And so the logic will be handled through the workflow designer. So that's all regarding the validation and submitting the data. So we just need to build the workflow and to fix this workflow over this list and everything, and the state will move according to the workflow. Task will be assigned and email will be sent, and you will have a full workflow implementation.